Hi all, welcome back to my channel Pies Purples. I know it's been long, I have not posted any video in my channel, but this video I was specifically, uh, about to tell you about my interview experience as I've recently switched from a service-based company to a product-based company, and I have also have cracked multiple companies. I have had multiple offers while I joined this company. So I just wanted to share you my experience, what kind of questions they are asking, and typically how many rounds of interviews will be there. So now let me start with the interview experience from a very beginning. At first I joined Cognizant, then I joined ThoughtWorks, and now currently I'm working as a Paytm. And in all the three companies I worked as a data engineer. But this is not it. Like, while switching a company you need to have good luck, then good connections, then also you need to take referrals. You need to be very a person who can communicate what is the need, what is the requirement. He can ask from help from others. So all these things is required for a person to be able to get into a good position, get into a good package, and get into a good company. So let me start. uh, so while I was working with a Cognizant, I was working on a base fresher salary, what is 4 and 4.5 LP, something around that. Now then I switched to a ThoughtWorks, a good service based company. Here my experience was very good. Then now I joined Paytm. So the thing is, when you're switching from one company to another, you need to be like, you need to decide on which skills or which domain you want to switch, right? So first of all, the domain, right? Domain, or you can mention like tech stack. For example, you want to be in full stack development, or you want to be in data domain. Since I'm working as a data domain, I know there's a huge potential. If you're working as a data engineer, as a data scientist, or a data analyst, there's a huge potential for the people who are working in data. I have guided many people in like via LinkedIn DMs, via Topmate, to know how they can make a good career in data engineering, specifically in data engineering, right? So let's take example of data engineering, right? I'm not much aware about other tech stack or other domain, but I'm have good skills and good hands-on data engineering. So I will be going on with data engineering, right? So if you're working on a data engineering domain, you need to be very clear on the Python, right? Python or Scala, right? Then you should be, along with Python and Scala, you should be knowing Apache Spark. This is the technology that you should be knowing. Then SQL is must. Then any one cloud, right? Any one cloud experience, if you are having, that is very good to have. Then again, you should be understanding, well versed with your architecture, right? What is the architecture of your current project? And if you're, suppose if you're not working as a data engineer, if you've never worked on a data engineer project, then these three things, like you can learn via YouTube, via some courses, or you can take some paid courses. Or I'm not suggesting paid courses, but yeah, you can go through that if you're willing to what is the major difference which I found in the paid courses and the YouTube courses. I think the way of teaching is the way of teaching, and I would say not the way of teaching, but the syllabus of teaching, right? The paid courses are much of they manage their course in such a way that they only teach what is required for interviews. If you're only want to crack an interview, you can go for that. But if you want to learn and you have enough time, then you can go with the free courses available on YouTube and LinkedIn, Udemy as well, any platform, right? This is up to you. Just I'm giving my suggestion. Okay, then these three is done. Then you need to create a project, right? Architecture. If you have never worked on a data engineering project, you can create it on yourself. It will definitely take some time, but you need to very good on that, right? Because architecture is the thing that will be asked in every interview. Even if there are like three technical rounds, two technical rounds, in all the rounds they will be asking the architecture of the project. So like there will be something around some basic SQL questions. I think in my currently the 3-4 interviews which I've given recently, like in the 3-4 interviews which I've given, this question was majorly asked, and in some of the pre-screening question, even the HR would ask this question, right? For example, they are like table A, right? Table one, and it is having some value one, two, then null and something like. something like that. Then 3, right? Then table 2 is having the values 1, 1, 3, null, null, and 5. Okay, so suppose these are the value, then they would ask, what would be the output of inner, left, right. So this is the basic question, right? Inner, left, right, outer. So like this is the the question they have asked in the screening. You can say this is like kind of a screening question to get into the further rounds of the interview. So try to understand this kind of question, try to understand what is the logic behind left, right, inner join, and try to solve this question, right? Then from the SQL side there would be some questions on windowing. Then what I can say, windowing questions, solve them then, right? Especially lag, lead, solve this kind of you know questions you will be getting in the data limo platform or anything like that, right? Even in the hacker rank you can find some questions. So work on that. Then what I would suggest, there would be some some you can check on data limo, right? This is very good platform to solve some SQL questions, and you'll be getting some hands-on on that. Now coming to Python and SQL, right? Coming to Python and PySpark, I can say. So again, you will be getting some questions on windowing, right? Then some group by. Then there would be some questions asked on the internals of a Spark, internals of Spark. Then then memory management. So all this kind of question can be asked in the Spark. Then project architecture level. So whatever project you have created, you have worked on, you should be very having good deep understanding of that project, deep understanding of project. Okay. And now if you're going for some product-based companies, so you might get 1 2 DSA level of questions as well, right? So if you're getting some DSA level of question, try to solve it using brute force, or try to use some data structure if you are very well aware about that. So just try to solve the question. You can take hint from the interviewer. Definitely they will help you out, if there are some minor hints they can give. So this is all about the knowledge side, what all things you should have. Now coming to how to get into a good company. So the answer is very simple. You need to be understanding all this technology, then you need to be grabbing the opportunities, right? Suppose like you are having notice period of 2 months, right? So try to get an offer from a company, right? If it is very good offer, then try to negotiate them. If you want to join that company only, you can go for that, right? But if you are not satisfied with the offer, you can approach your connections in via LinkedIn. You can drop emails to the HRs, try to find contacts of HR, contact them, do apply, right? This is a big thing, right? Then do negotiate with the offer, whatever you are having. You can ask, if you have given all the rounds of interview, then then it is in your hand how much you can ask and how much they can agree on. So all these things you can do. The negotiation is a part of job hunting, so that you need to be very good of it. Then there are some persons having questions like we are having 3 months of notice period, and people, the companies are not agreeing for such a big notice period. So for them I would suggest like like try to find a timeline where you might be in a bench, right? Or where your project might be about to end, where you don't have much dependency, right? So all these things you need to be aware of whenever you're working at that project, right? And what I would suggest, like there are certain MNCs which do offer for a 3 month notice period, but you need to be um regularly applying to them, be in touch with the HRs. So you need to be communicative, right? You need to be talking to them. So this is the key to getting on a good job. So that's it. And my interview experience, I would say like all the interviews whichever I have given after ThoughtWorks, like while I'm joining Paytm, some 7 8 companies I have given, and each and every round I have cracked, right? So if there are any more questions, you can DM me in my LinkedIn. You can connect me one to one on TopMate, and yeah, I will be sharing the questions as well which were asked to my different company. I will be creating the videos. I was not creating the videos because I was busy with this interviews and all, but now I'm free and I will be doing this. So yeah, thank you, and keep supporting, keep following. Thank you.